You are listening to Toronto's only pure metal show, The Red Switch.
I went far away.
I'm sitting here right now with Mikael, the frontman and vocalist for Opeth. Mikael, how you doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. Opeth has released their latest record not too long ago, Watershed, and you wrote all the songs apart from Porcelain Heart, which was co-written with Frederick as well. And what I've noticed with Watershed, a lot of people have noticed as well, is that it's got much more of a psychedelic feel to it than the other albums. Was that intentional, or just seemed to come about like that?
In a way, I guess it was intentional, but I didn't really strive for writing anything psychedelic, but that's what I listened to. So kind of, I guess that kind of stuff inspired me. I listened a lot to 60s bands pretty much all the time, but maybe a little bit more so for this album. I just discovered the Zombies.
Oh, really?
Band the Zombies, which I can't believe I kind of missed out on before, so... The second album they did, Odyssey and Oracle, the one with Time of the Season, is a masterpiece. I listened to that non-stop as I was writing. And, that's basically a very kind of pop-oriented record in many ways. But I got really inspired by the way they made these simple pop songs sound like something more, They worked a lot with phasings and different sound effects, which I found very interesting, and I guess that inspired me in a way. But I didn't really deliberately strive.
So would it be fair to ask that fans that are, I guess, into Opeth, they should check out the Zombies?
Yeah, it's pretty happy sounding.
Yeah,
the Zombies, and our sound is like a bit more negative, I guess, but if you're an Opeth fan, chances are you're kind of open-minded when it comes to music. Mm-hmm. So yeah, sure, check it out. I think it's like they take on the Beatles. Mm-hmm.
Oh, really? The Beatles?
Oh, sure. Like that album came out the same year as the White Album, and even though White Album is one of my top albums of all time, I think this might even top that one. Fucking fantastic.
Awesome. You're a part of a group also as well. A Bloodbath. Call it a supergroup, collection of notable band members from notable groups, and they've got a song called Eaten, which you in fact did not lay the vocals down for that recorded album, but it's got some interesting content to it. I believe it's inspired from a real-life event that took place in Germany, where a man in 2001 found a volunteer on the internet to offer himself up to be cannibalized and eaten. Scandalous. Do you think Bloodbath would make it on the Filthy 15? Are you aware of the Filthy 15?
No. What is that?
Well, some time ago, the PMRC founded a chart for parents. I guess so.
Is that Tipper Gore?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's had a part in that.
Yeah.
And some groups from the past were Judas Priest, Motley Crue, songs containing sex and violence, drug and alcohol use. Would this ever happen, say, with Opeth, if they put the magnifying glass over the group?
I wouldn't mind if it happens, It's fucking stupid,
Yeah.
You just have to turn on the news, see what, everything, singing a song about it, doesn't do anything, does it?
So you're saying all press is good press?
We don't really strive for having any type of good press. We're not really a scandalous type of band, and Bloodbath maybe even more so, I guess, but those songs are more like the last release we put out is really satanic. I wrote a song called Mock the Cross for that one, and which a lot of Christian, like Opeth have plenty, I think, of Christian fans, and some of those couldn't believe that I've written a lyric like that. How can you write, I'm not a fan anymore, and that kind of stuff. But Opeth generally is we don't have anything extreme in our lyrics, really. It's more kind of ordinary stories of life and death, that kind of stuff. But it's not really killing people that much, But Bloodbath is all about shocking, in a way.
Would you say they're more along the lines of, say, bands like Gorgoroth?
I don't know what their lyrics are about, you know, but they have, you know, their stage show is a bit, you know, but it's a show, you know, that's what it's like Alice Cooper, you know. I don't think it's like, I think it's like a theater, if you know what I mean. It's not meant to be for real. Obviously, people should understand that the guys in Gorgoroth probably don't have crucifixes with naked chicks in their houses, you know. And
well, actually, they do practice Satanism.
Huh?
Gorgoroth actually does practice Satanism.
Yeah, but I met some of those guys, and they, you know, had beers in the bar, you know.
Oh, yeah.
They're regular people who, this is a way to express themselves, you know. So I don't think it's, you know, if you're gonna look at music as being a violent, like if you're looking for violent forms of music, you should go to hip hop. Those people are fucking like, that's the whole lifestyle. And it's really close to some of these people, like their ordinary lives, to go out and buy a gun and fucking be a fucking pimp and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That's the dangerous type of music, and I think that inspires young kids to do bad shit, you know. While death metal, like, it's so fucking out of it, you know, like people, you know, unless you're really retarded from the get-go, unless your upbringing, unless your parents are fucked up, you're not going to get damaged by death metal.
So parenting plays a big role.
Sure, of course it does, yeah. I'm a parent myself.
Would you allow your daughters to listen to your music?
They already do.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But they, you know, my oldest daughter said that, what was it? She think ABBA is better. You know? But she don't see any, like, she don't understand, like, the brutal aspect of music. It's just music to her, because it's been there all her lives, you know. But just like me, I want her to listen to all sorts of music, you know.
Have you noticed at this point so far, your daughters are still fairly young. Have you noticed any musical inclinations so far? And if they are into music and playing, what are the chances of, say, a touring progressive death metal family band?
I can't see that happening, but you never know. You know, she is interested in music, and I bought her a guitar, and I'm recording songs with her in my home studio, and I bought her like a microphone, toy microphone that you can sing in, and you can sing along with songs, and there's also buttons for applause. Yeah. Like once you, like, you know, and she's into music. She listens to music. Like, we have this thing in Europe called Eurovision Song Contest, if you know what that is.
Oh, never heard of it.
It's basically all the European countries competing. They submit one song, like you have like competition inside your country between all sorts of artists, and the winner will compete against the winners from the other countries.
Oh.
And it's basically, most of it kind of developed a little bit more these days than back in the 60s. But it's basically pop music, you know, and that's very popular. People vote, and, you know, the winner, I don't know what happens with the winner, to be honest, but she's into that stuff.
That's cool. So, like the Zombies, you have a pretty in-depth knowledge of obscure bands, obscure 70s rock and heavy metal, and I decided to test your knowledge, and see how in-depth your knowledge is. What is the first Iron Maiden album featuring Nico McBride on drums?
Peace of Mind.
That's correct. So it is true. You do know.
But that was easy.
Was that easy?
That was easy.
Oh, okay. Just want to see. Porcelain Heart seems to have some nihilistic lyrics in there. Did a little research. Is this something unique to the song or album? Or do you and the rest of the group believe in the rejection of all religion, moral principles, or the belief that life is meaningless?
That's a really profound question.
It is.
I don't believe in religion. You know, I don't really write too much about anti-religious subjects. You know, I've done one concept album about occultism, I think, but it was more like an experiment in a way, because that's the lyrics I used to write when I was younger. So I thought it would be interesting to see how they come out now that I'm an adult. Because, you know, back in the day, obviously, they were packed with gimmicks and whatever. But overall, the lyrical content isn't really in your face. You know, I don't preach at all.
There's no clear message statement?
No, there's no... Like, I write for myself in a way, you know, like... I'm not one of those pretentious guys either,